Aquí en Sun Sports está toda la emoción del deporte. Vívelo diariamente con nosotras, tus chicas de Fox Sports Florida.
Welcome back to Gainesville, a military flyover. It is saluting those who serve Military Week at the University of Florida. And Gator fans greeting their football team as they take the field, getting set to do battle against the Furman Paladins. A beautiful day in North Central Florida, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. David Steele, Nat Moore, and walking the sidelines today for us, Brady Ackerman. How you doing, Brady? Having some technical difficulties. We'll bring Brady back in just a few moments as soon as we can get it sorted out down there. The head coach for the Furman Paladins is Bruce Fowler. It's his first year as head coach of Furman, a former player for the Paladins and longtime assistant coach there before heading off to Vanderbilt, where he's been coaching the defensive side of the ball the previous 9 seasons. And Fowler's first year as head coach at Furman, they're 6-4. And for Will Muschamp, the longtime assistant coach, getting his first opportunity as a head coach with the Florida Gators in season number 1, a 5-5 record. As Nat said a moment ago, a year of transition for the Florida football team, and attempting to become bowl eligible today in week number 11. Furman will kick it off, and we are underway from Gainesville, Florida. Andre DeBose with a short return after a short kick. And Florida will have the ball at the 27 or 8 yard line. Let's go back down to the sideline of Brady. Now still problems down there. We apologize as Florida's offense takes the field for the first time. A heavy favorite, no doubt, against a opponent from the Southern Conference, the FCS College Football Division. Furman at 6-4. Senior quarterback John Brantley on first down gives to Chris Rainey, and Rainey is run down, but there is a flag, and it's either a horse collar or face mask on the tackle by the Furman Paladins.
I think Josh Land is going to get called for the horse collar. Here's another look. You're trying to get your speed guy, Chris Rainey, wide in a hurry, and nice job by Len, but right there you just cannot tackle the running back by the shoulder pads from behind.
Well, Rainey, the senior from Lakeland, gets the first call, but the penalty against Furman is going to give the Florida Gators a first down at the 43 yard line. Rainey's had a fine year. He leads the ball club in both rushing yards and receiving yards. The only player in college football who leads their team in both of those categories. Here's the other senior, Jeffrey Demps, trying to get to the corner on the left side of the field, and picks up about 5 yards on the first down play. Tackle made by Derek Murray, the junior cornerback out of Atlanta, Georgia. Some folks to watch when Florida has the ball. Rainey and Jordan Reed, the tight end. Kadarin Anderson, a linebacker for Furman, leads them in tackles. Anderson suffered a sprained ankle last week. Whether or not he plays today remains to be seen. And Rainey is the ball carrier, stopped by Mitch McGrath, one of 10 Floridians on this Furman football team. There's the junior out of Longwoods, Lake Brantley High School in the Orlando area.
McGrath is the second leading tackler for the Paladins. Good football player, David.
And a first down for the Gators in Furman territory on their first possession of the day. John Brantley out of the pistol, and the give is to Demps to the Furman 44. Gain of about 3 for the Gators on first down.
David, looked like the Gators are trying to take control of the line of scrimmage. They've ran the ball every snap here to start this drive. You know, you expect to see Brantley throw the ball here early, but look like the Gators are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Brantley's throw is caught. There's the first pass of the game. And tight end Jordan Reed getting better and better as the season goes along. The tight end out of Connecticut with the reception. McGrath was there for Furman.
Both teams rely very heavily on their tight end. This time, nice job by Jordan Reed of finding the open slot in the zone, sitting down, giving Brantley a target. Nice throw by John Brantley, getting in the ball in a hurry.
3rd and short. And Rainey did not get the first down. He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage by the Furman defense. Big number 98 was there for the Furman Paladins. That's Rashawn Phillips, a sophomore from Kentucky.
Also, you had Colton Kegg in there as well. Nice play by Kegg.
When Rainey's shaken up.
Yep.
Chris has gone over 100 yards 4 times this year, averaging over 5 yards per carry, but Furman really shut the door there at the line of scrimmage. Rainey getting medical attention. We'll take a timeout. No score in the game from Gainesville. Now Chris Rainey made his way to the sideline very gingerly. So we'll try to get an update on Chris. Here is how he got hurt, Nat.
Yeah,
big stack up in the middle.
Yeah, Colton Kegg was able to get inside penetration, and even though he's down, he's able to reach out and get his arms around Chris's legs, and he gets bent back as he gets hit up top. So very difficult tackle.
And with FSU next week, well, you don't need to see Rainey get hurt. The Gators go for it on 4th down and a long yard, and that's the fullback, Hunter Joyer, picking up the necessary yardage to the Furman 35-yard line. Joyer has been an impressive freshman out of the Tampa area. And the Gators pick up the first down at the Paladin 35. Brantley out of the pistol formation. Swing pass to Depps. Makes one man miss and another, and now just holds on to the football. Short gain for the Gators on 1st down. Ryan Steed, an All-American at the FCS level, number 1, makes the tackle for Furman.
Yeah, nice job that time by Demps. You know, Demps, when he first came into this league, was just a track guy. That time he showed you some athleticism as he made the first guy miss and then get upfield for additional yardage.
Now Demps is in the backfield with Mike Gillisley on 2nd down and 8 for Florida. Play action fake, and the pass is thrown just behind Jordan Reed. It'll be 3rd down.
And David, you know, you look at this pass, it's just behind Jordan Reed, but, you know, Matt Solomon, the linebacker, gets in the throwing lane, and that forces Brantley to throw the ball just a little bit behind. You know, if he would have been able to wait just a split second longer, but he's got somebody in his face, so he has to get rid of it. And just bad throw behind the receiver, but forced by a good defense.
Now 3rd down on Florida's first possession of the afternoon. 10th play of the drive. Here comes a blitz. Swing pass to Burton. Nice catch, but he can't do much with it. Right along the sideline and pushed out of bounds by Sean Boone. It'll be 4th down for the Gators at the Furman 33. Here comes Caleb Sturgis and the Florida field goal team to try to get some points on this first possession of the afternoon.
Gators move the ball down the field, had great success running the football, and then after Chris Rainey gets hurt, you know, you throw it several times, just not able to move it any further.
The kick just beyond 50 yards is no good. Sturgis had the leg. He kicked a 55-yarder already against Vanderbilt this year, a 56-yarder against Georgia a couple of years back, but that one no good. So the Gators come up with no points on their first possession. And Furman will take the ball for the first time this afternoon. No score from Gainesville. Gator football is brought to you by Regions Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Southeastern Conference. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Florida Gators. The Florida Department of Agriculture, proud sponsor of the Florida Gators. UF and Shands, Florida's premier academic health centers. And by Kangaroo Express, presenting sponsor of the Gators. Salute to those who serve. Now Florida missed an opportunity to take an early lead. Caleb Sturgis, who has now missed only 3 field goals, missing from 50 yards. And now Furman has the ball for the first time. Cedric Cunningham sweeping to the right side. picking up significant yardage out near midfield on Furman's first play from the line of scrimmage.
Well, David, they come up, they quick snap it. The Gators are just getting set. You bring Cunningham back in motion, get the good block outside, and before you know it, you're into the secondary, and you're forced for your secondary to have to make the play, you know.
That's senior quarterback Chris Forcier out of San Diego, California, a transfer from UCLA. Brothers Jason and Tate, major college football players, and busting through is Uha. And the fullback takes the ball inside the Florida 25-yard line. That's Teso Uha, a senior from Gainesville, Georgia. Two plays and two big gains for Furman.
Yeah, good blocking at the point of attack. There you see number 51, Ryan Storm, getting locked up with the linebacker, and this creates that seam for Uha.
They say he's down at the 27-yard line, and Furman has it first down. That was a 23-yard run out of the I formation. And up the middle goes to Rodas Williams. He's their leading ball carrier. The tailback, a junior. 922 yards coming into the game today for Furman. When Furman has the ball, Williams, I mentioned his numbers this season. 7 touchdown runs. Colin Anderson, the tight end, leads the ball club in receptions. Matt Elam has been a defensive standout for the Gators throughout the season. The sophomore from Palm Beach Gardens out of Dwyer High School. Forcier putting up huge numbers. Terrific thrower. Another end around, and the Paladins have big yardage again. That's Will King, the wide receiver, on the end around play. They've run it twice now, Nat, and they are threatening to score on their first possession.
And what they're doing, David, is they're running this real quick. You know, it's not much time at the line of scrimmage, and the Gators are just getting outflanked. They're getting logged inside, and this allows King to get outside. Nice job of running by the young guy.
Furman giving Florida a wake-up call in the early afternoon here in Gainesville. Forcier inside the 5. And Williams fighting near the goal line, but it's just short. It'll be second down and goal for the Paladins out of the Southern Conference 6-4 team, 5-3 in their conference. A powerful conference in FCS with Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Wofford. All three of those teams are ranked in the top 25, and Furman has been in and out of the rankings all year long.
And this is a team that comes in, they're pretty balanced. They've averaging over 160 yards a game running the football.
And again, they hurry up to the line of scrimmage, and Williams is in for the touchdown. Furman takes the ball 67 yards in 6 plays, all on the ground. A throwing football team, but their pace, their tempo caught Florida off guard, Nat.
And that's exactly what it was. You know, the Gators are used to sitting in there and, you know, teams looking to the sideline to get the call. This time they come up, they just run the play. They come up with a set play, they run it, and they just basically outflanked, outmuscled the Gators here in this first drive.
Chaz Short, his kick hits the upright, so it's 6-0 Furman.
Good penetration by Sharif Floyd. You know, you've given up a touchdown, but the guy keeps fighting. He comes through, forces the kicker. Watch the penetration by number 73 right in the middle of the field. Comes in. Oh, excuse me. This is the touchdown. But here's another look at the kick. Watch Sharif Floyd comes right up the middle, forces the kicker to hook it.
Now Furman has missed 8 extra point attempts this year. So that has certainly been a problem for the Paladins in special teams play, but they jump on the Gators and take a 6-0 lead with 8:31 to play in the first quarter. Florida's first possession ending in a 50-yard missed field goal, and Furman goes 6 plays, 67 yards, all on the ground to take an early 6-0 lead. Now today, as part of Military Appreciation Week, the Gators and Kangaroo Express salute those who serve. Well, Florida needing a victory today to become bowl eligible. Now they find themselves trailing Furman in the first quarter 6-0. Gators have had narrow losses. 4 points to Georgia, 5 points at South Carolina. A 5-point win here against Vanderbilt. And the short kick is fielded again by Andre DeBose. There's a flag as DeBose is dropped at the 47-yard line, but a penalty flag thrown back earlier on the return. And the officials sort it out.
Holding, number 82 on the receiving team.
Holding against the Gators.
First down.
Gonna negate a nice return by DeBose. Referee today, David Smith, on the call. Here's Bruce Fowler, the head coach of a Furman Paladin team that they've scored a couple of big wins. They beat Appalachian State and they beat Wofford. Both teams ranked in the top 10 at that time in FCS.
And David, you know, one of the risks when you're playing a team like Furman is you look past them, especially with your arch rival Florida State coming up next week. But Furman is a good football team, and if the Gators don't come to play today, they're going to have their hands full.
Empty backfield, and the snap over the head of Brantley. And it's going to be a safety as Brantley just bats the ball out of the end zone. That's been a problem this year. Jonathan Harrison back at center because of the injury to Dan Winger, who played center last week, but snaps have been a problem this season from that center position.
And David, maybe that's why that first drive we didn't see a lot of passing and we didn't see a whole lot of shotgun because of the problem with the quarterback center exchange on the shotgun snap. So nice job there by John Brantley, not trying to be a hero, give up the 2 points. Let's kick it away and play defense. See if our defense can stop them and get us good field position.
Harrison back starting at center today. Cal Coney is starting at left guard for the Gators. That's the spot Harrison occupied last week.
And this offensive line doesn't have a lot of depth. You're talking about all year long they've played 6 to 7 guys, and you know when you have a guy like Winger go out, and you know Xavier Nixon has had his issues this year, makes it extremely tough. But no matter what, the Gators have got to find a way to get it done today, and you know they have not started out on the right track. But that's why you play 60 minutes of football, David.
Well, Muschamp finds his team down now 8-0, and the Gators will have to give the ball back to Furman. Well, hey, Gator fans, let's boost Florida tourism and win the title of Florida's #1 fans. Just head to Facebook.com/share-a-little-sunshine and invite everyone you know to visit Florida. Beautiful time of year in the Sunshine State. Caleb Sturgis will kick the ball off from the 20-yard line after the safety, the snap over the head of John Brantley. The ball is fielded at the 25-yard line, and Furman is going to have excellent field position as Hank McLeod out of Tampa's Catholic High School carries it to the 45-yard line. And a tiny throng of Furman faithful just behind the Paladin bench. They are euphoric at the moment. Their team leading the Florida Gators 8-0 midway in the first period. Forcier, who has thrown for almost 2,100 yards coming into the game, has not thrown a pass yet. And Furman with its second offensive series. That's the handoff to Uha, the fullback, picking up short yardage on 1st and 10. Jonathan Bostic, the linebacker, made the tackle.
That time, David, much better job by Jonathan Bostic of staying inside, allowing the outside linebacker. They looked like they were going to run that little in around again, but this time he wasn't full, stayed there, and was able to meet the fullback as he tried to come up inside.
Tony Caldwell in the backfield. The lone setback. Forcier rolling out. He's got Caldwell for the first down in Florida territory at the 40-yard line. Let's get an update from Brady on the sideline.
Well, thank you, Dave. It's good to be on with you guys. And, of course, this is not the start that we envisioned for the Florida offense or defense today, down 8-0. Chris Rainey hurt early his chronic right ankle that's been bothering him. He's now up running on the sideline. They put him on the bike. He's going to try to see if he can go back in. But right now he's working with the trainers.
All right, thanks, Brady. We'll keep an eye on #1 for the Gators as Furman first down at the Florida 40-yard line. Option. And Williams, the ball carrier, Jalen Watkins brings him down, but about a 9-yard gain for Gerodis Williams.
And David, right now, it just looked like the Gators are caught off balance defensively because somehow or another they're always getting flanked. You know, nice job that time by just reading the defensive end and Powell, and then you get outside, you get the ball to Williams, he's outside, and there's just no defenders there.
Furman has come into Ben Hill Griffin Stadium and been the aggressor early on. Williams near the 30-yard line and close to another Furman first down. Sharif Floyd made the tackle. Well, Furman comes in here 6-4, and if they could pull this upset today, they probably would get one of the 20 spots in the FCS playoffs, which start in a couple of weeks. This is their final regular season game. But there's a lot for them to play for as well. And
this is a good offense. They come in averaging nearly 384 yards. They're very balanced. You can see they run the ball. They throw the ball well. They do a lot of misdirection. They get the defense going one way. So a lot of reading by the defense.
Williams a new high in the backfield. Forcier has a man wide open. Touchdown Furman. The Furman Paladins have jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead. David Hendricks on the receiving end of a 30-yard pass from Chris Forcier.
This is where they flood the zone and they catch the safety with 2 guys to cover. He's got outside responsibility. He's got inside responsibility. Elam is not able to get back and get to the middle of the field, and you got the middle of the field wide open. So a lot of adjustments that's going to have to be made by this Gator defense if they're going to come back and win this football game, David. That's just too easy.
That's a 30-yard connection from Forcier. The outstanding quarterback to David Hendricks, a senior from Buford, Georgia. Furman 15, Florida nothing. Today's telecast of Florida Gator football is brought to you by Regions Bank, a proud statewide sponsor of the Florida Gators and the official bank of the SEC. Another look at the touchdown pass from senior quarterback Chris Forcier to David Hendricks, wide open over the middle, Nat.
Yeah,
very easy.
It puts the strong safety Josh Evans in a bind because he's got 2 guys, one guy running down the middle of the field, one guy running outside, and the Gators get sucked up and there's just nobody back there. So great execution, good call offensively by the Paladins.
And a single season record 23rd touchdown pass by Forcier. He breaks the record previously held by ex-Gator quarterback Ingle Martin, who transferred to Furman after the 2003 season. DeBose brings the ball out to the 37-yard line, and Rainey returns to the field for the Gators. Florida very badly needs to get some offense going here, trailing now 15-0.
This is a very, very important series from the standpoint that they just need to stay on the field, David. I mean, they've been 3 and out or haven't been able to, I shouldn't say 3 and out because the first drive they moved the ball down the field, but defensively they need some time to sit there and figure out what they're doing.
Bradley's pass is incomplete. Chris Rainey, and a late flag comes in, but it looks like the right call. Chris Wiley, a linebacker, draped around the back of Chris Rainey as the pass arrived. It looked like the umpire was just trying to get out of the way, but yeah,
that's a mugging. That's a good call. Looked like the ball actually got tipped the way that it was spiraling. So
yeah, 91. Might have gotten a piece of it. Big Josh Lynn, a 6'5" defensive end for Furman. But the penalty gets Florida the 1st and 10. Good protection for Brantley. He's got a man open. It's Deontay Thompson with the catch at the Furman 16-yard line.
Good throw and catch. And this time, David, I like what Deontay Thompson does. He turns, he faces the ball. It's a slight underthrow, but he turns, he faces the football, and he goes up and catches the ball in his hands where he can look it in. Now watch him turn and look back at the ball, making sure of the catch before Derek Murray gets there to push him out of bounds. Here's another look at it.
It's been kind of a tough year for Florida's wide receivers. That was Thompson's 18th catch of the season, and he leads Florida wideouts in receptions with 18. That pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd down now.
Well, that time John Brantley got pressure right up the middle from middle linebacker Matt Solomon. And what you have right now is the Paladins is running a lot of in-tackle games. And in the process, when you lose your center and you move your guard over, you've got a lot of confusion going on along that line of scrimmage for the offense.
Second down, Brantley will take the snap out of the pistol formation. Rainey in the backfield with Brantley. Hand off to Rainey. And only a yard or two to the 14. Mitch McGrath, number 20, at the bottom of that stack for the Furman Paladins.
And David, this is where the Gators have had problems all year long. They get down inside the 20-yard line, and it's been very difficult for them to push the ball in. You know, inside the red zone, they've only scored 14 touchdowns after being down here 31 times, so less than 50%.
Yeah, 116th in FBS rankings in red zone touchdowns. Here's a third down play. Brantley's throw, caught, touchdown.
Jordan
Jordan Reed.
Reed, John Brantley can celebrate this touchdown, but Chris Rainey needs to get a piece of this because he comes over and makes a great block on the blitzing linebacker that allows John Brantley to get this off. Now watch Chris Rainey go to his left, picks up the blitzing linebacker. That allows Brantley to step up and deliver the football to Jordan Reed.
Reed found a seam wide open over the middle, and Brantley threw a strike in there. And the extra point makes it 15-7. A much-needed touchdown for the Gator offense, trailing by 15 points in the first quarter, but Brantley to Reed puts the Gators on the scoreboard.
And when you think about playing seniors, here is Chris Rainey. Now watch him come over here, gets that big block right there. That allows the Gators to be successful because now Brantley can step up and get something on the football. Nice job there. Good read by Rainey. Good pass, good route, good catch.
Reed's second touchdown catch of the year, the third of his career. And John Brantley with a nice touchdown strike, his seventh touchdown pass of the season.
Nice drive coming down the field after going down 15 points, and a nice job by the center, Jonathan Harrison. You know, he snaps the ball over. They get it corrected on the sideline, David. They go to the shotgun and they move the ball right down the field. So it just goes to show you that sometimes, you know, you just got to go over and work on it. They were able to get it done in between the time that they snapped the ball over the quarterback's head and the kickoff. You know, I mean, football is a funny game.
Well, Florida flat-footed in the early going. Maybe that touchdown drive will get things jump-started here for the Gators, but they still trail 15-7. And the kickoff by Zach Brust is returned by Cunningham out beyond the 25-yard line for Furman. Let's check in with Brady Ackerman.
Well, thank you, David. You know, we're talking about this offense that Furman's running. It's a dive option offense that Florida has not seen on tape. And watching the coaches on the sideline, this is the first they've seen Furman run this offense. They've actually put it in this week. So they're coaching on the run, trying to get guys to play responsibility, but they haven't had a week's worth of practice to do so. Back up to you, David.
All right, Bruce Fowler and his team come in here well prepared against the 5-5 Florida Gators and still lead 15-7. There's a give up the middle to the fullback, Uha. And a short gain on first down for the Furman Paladins.
Well, David, the offense got it cranked up. Let's see if the defense can get it cranked up. You know, you've gotten hit in the mouth twice, so now let's see if we can take control of the line of scrimmage. I mean, if you're able to force them to pitch the ball early and do some things they don't want to do ahead of time, you can get some turnovers here.
Turnovers have not been a strong suit for the Gators all year long, but maybe they can make something happen here today. That's a nice throw by Forcier, and the pass is caught for a Furman Paladin first down. Colin Anderson, the leading receiver, the tight end number 88, makes his first reception of the game.
And David, look for them to go to him quite often here today. He, as you stated, he's the leading receiver, but both football teams like their tight end. The leading receivers on both of these teams is the tight end, guys that can get through the middle of the field, ex-quarterbacks that are good athletes.
Forcier, the quarterback, a young man who played a couple of years at UCLA, transferred in '09. And on the option pitch, gives to Williams. Excellent job by Jalen Watkins to bust up that play on the corner.
But also an outstanding job by the outside defensive end of getting out there and forcing the running back. Now watch the defensive end. Now, see right there, he can't turn it up. It forces him to come back to Jalen Watkins. Much better defense that time. The defense doesn't get split.
Jay Howard, the talented senior out of Apopka, Florida. Jalen Watkins, one starting cornerback today, along with Cody Riggs. Freshman Marcus Roberson out for the year with a neck injury. Forcier throws, his receiver is open, and Furman picks up another first down. That's Ryan Culbreth, long and rangy, 6'4" sophomore out of Conyers, Georgia. He's been coming along strong for the Paladins in recent weeks. Had a touchdown catch in their 41-34 loss against Elon a week ago.
6'4", working against 5'9" Cody Riggs. Riggs giving him plenty of room. Don't want to see him get behind him.
Lone setback is McLeod. They set up the screen to the tight end. Anderson going to throw it. His receiver is open. Cedric Cunningham, touchdown Furman. And Bruce Fowler pulling out all the tricks here today. And the Paladins have taken a 21-7 lead. A 47-yard play. Well, the Gators completely caught off guard on that play.
Well, you know, what is happening each and every time is you're getting outmanned. So you got your corner coming up. Everybody figures that it's a quick screen pass. And, of course, that leaves Cunningham out by himself. So, you know,
the extra point is good. It's 22-7 Furman. So the Paladins with Anderson throwing the touchdown pass. And the first pass that he has thrown. A wide receiver screen, and it turns into an easy touchdown for Furman.
Well, remember we said Anderson used to be a quarterback, David. We talked about that earlier. You know, both groups like to use their tight ends because they're ex-quarterbacks. And, you know, that time you see them taking advantage of his athleticism.
Well, the Paladins have been impressive in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've come out 61 yards on that drive. I mean, you're looking at a football team that, 5 plays, 72 yards. They've had a total of 16 plays and have put up 21 points, or should I say 20 points.
Got the safety.
And then got the safety. So you're talking about a team that's doing a whole lot. They're gashing this Gator defense.
They've got 194 yards of total offense in the first quarter of the game. Well, get your Gator alerts, folks. Game day information and more. Text UF Sports to 64691. Standard text and messaging rates apply. Boy, a stunned crowd at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium watching Furman get an early 15-point lead as DeBose, Furman keeping the kick away from Jeffrey Demps, and DeBose with the return out near the 35 or 36-yard line where Florida will have it first down.
And one of the things that Furman is doing, David, on these kickoffs is they're giving you that pooch kick, trying to get it high, not allowing you to get it set up where you get a running start to try and split the coverage.
Bruce Fowler watched South Carolina last week. Special teams play very good by the Gamecocks to keep Florida's return game in check. First down at the 36-yard line. Brantley on the draw. Up the middle goes Demps to the 43-yard line. About a 6-yard carry for Demps, the senior, out of Winter Garden. And the tackle made by the safety, Greg Worthy, number 32.
Well, sometimes your defense is struggling. It's up to your offense to take control of the football game. You know, the Gators have got to answer You know, so far the defense has not found an answer for this offense of the Furman. So offensively, you've got to go get it, David.
And Florida's defense has been a major strength of the football team this year, keeping them in games against Georgia and South Carolina, Auburn. Not much there. Matt Solomon, middle linebacker, makes the tackle on Jeff Dimps, and it'll be 3rd down for the Gators.
Xavier Nixon a little slow in getting up. Where's that Green?
Pick a winner here on 3rd down and 4 to go. At the 43-yard line for the Gators. Brantley gets good protection. The pass is almost picked off. Nathan Wade had a shot, and he might have been running to the end zone if he'd been able to pick that off in full stride.
Well, Nathan Wade is the only defensive back in that starting secondary that don't have an interception, and here you see why. Good read, good reaction. Balls, they're trying to get the ball to A.C. Leonard, but good break on the ball by Nathan Wade, just not able to hold on to it.
Florida back to punt for the first time today. Kyle Christie. High kick, and the fair catch is made by the Paladins' Will King at the 9-yard line. Late in the first quarter, the Gators trailing 22-7. The Cats Gator basketball against Wright State at the St. Pete Times Forum in Tampa. That's coming up on Monday, November the 21st at 7 p.m. Secure your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Now this crowd here at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, very quiet. Furman has stunned the Gators with a 22-7 first quarter lead in Gainesville. And Florida's defense has yet to have answers for a very crisp and sharp Furman offensive attack. The fullback Uha broke the tackle, may have fumbled the football, but got it back at the 11-yard line. Uha, a 5'8", 206-pound senior from Gainesville, Georgia. Stop made by Jelani Jenkins, the sophomore linebacker for the Gators. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. And the several hundred Furman fans that made the trip to North Central Florida applauding their team from Greenville, South Carolina. One of the top teams in the Southern Conference has taken a 15-point lead over the Florida Gators after one period from Gainesville. It's Furman 22, Florida 7. Gator football is brought to you by Alachua County Visitors and Convention Bureau, where nature and culture meet. Massey Services and the Centricon System, the winning team for guaranteed termite protection. And by Kangaroo Express, presenting sponsor of the Gators. Salute to those who serve. We're back at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. David Steele, Nanmore, Brady Ackerman, Sun Sports pay-per-view Florida Gator football. And there's the surprising score at the end of one quarter. Furman, an FCS team out of the Southern Conference, leading 22-7. Take you back to 2003. Remember Ingle Martin? He played a couple of years of quarterback for the Florida Gators. Battled Chris Leak for the starting job in 2003. Leak, a freshman that year, and Martin played quite a bit of football, although Leak eventually won out that starting position. But Martin, a talented player out of Nashville, Tennessee, and hooking up with Carlos Perez on that play, showing his running skills as well. He transferred to Furman in 2004 and had an outstanding couple of years with the Furman Paladins. Chris Forcier, the quarterback for Furman at the moment, has just broken Martin's record for touchdown passes in a season with his 23rd. Sam White, David Whitehurst, a couple of NFL players who played at Furman. So they've got a history of some outstanding quarterbacks, and Forcier is a very good one. As he scampers out of bounds at the 15-yard line, Jonathan Bostic chased him out of bounds. Forcier, brother Tate, is now at San Jose State, transferred from Michigan. His brother Tate was the starter at Michigan a couple of years ago and lost out to Denard Robinson. Thought he was going to go to the University of Miami, and then he hightailed it out to the West Coast. Older brother Jason Forcier played for Stanford University. Third down for Furman. Quarterback draw, Forcier, not much there, and down he goes. Furman will have to punt the ball for the first time today. Ronald Powell makes sure that Furman doesn't get loose.
Well, that time the Gators actually matched up with the Furman receivers on the left side, and that forced Forcier to pull it down and try and run with it. I don't know if it was a actual quarterback draw called, but at least this time they didn't let him outman him on one side of the field.
Chaz Short back to punt for the Paladins. End over end. An opportunity for Pop Saunders. A couple of flags go down. Saunders goes down at the Furman 43-yard line. We'll check the penalty flag. Deontay Pop Saunders, a freshman out of DeLand. That is a 48-yard punt. Nice return by Saunders, but let's check the flag.
And David, if this is against the Gators, that's the second flag thrown against the Gators in the kicking game already today.
Florida, the most penalized team in college football. Over 8 per game.
During the return, illegal blocking the back, number 15 on the receiving team.
And it will go against the Gators
from the spot of the foul.
on the return.
First down.
Here's another look at it as Saunders catches the football. You'll see the defensive back, number 15, Luce Purifoy, just reaches out and pushes the defender in the back. You cannot do that.
Florida is backed up to the 35-yard line, trailing 22-7. Brantley gives to Rainey. Rainey makes a nice cut across the green, and here he goes. Out of bounds at the Furman 49-yard line.
And David, this is all Chris Rainey. There's 2 or 3 defenders, Furman defenders, that have a shot at him, but he comes out the back door. He makes the first guy miss. Then he makes the second guy miss, and then right here he stiff arms, picks up some additional yards before getting pushed out of bounds. Now we've seen Chris do this throughout his career, where he makes something out of nothing with his athleticism.
Brantley gives to Rainey again, sweeping to the right side. To the 45-yard line before McGrath brings him down. And a gain of about 3 yards on that first down play.
And David, you would think that you know, at some point you're trying to get wide. You're trying to get wide. You know, if they're able to get outside, there's got to be something up the middle. But so far, this offensive line of Florida is just not winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Florida trailing 22-7 early in the second quarter. Brantley out of the pistol formation. Good protection. His pass is caught. Let's see if it was inbounds or not.
I think he missed that, David. It's a little high and wide. That time, Deontay Thompson not able to come up with the catch as he's being covered by number 32, Greg Worthy.
Good coverage by Worthy.
Yes.
Now it's going to be third down at the Furman 45. .12:35 to play in the second quarter. Brantley steps up in the pocket, fires a bullet, and a strike to Jordan Reed. Big third down conversion, and that ball was fit right in there to Jordan Reed. Pretty pass by Brantley.
Nice job by John Brantley of stepping up in the pocket. You know, he steps up, he sees a hole. Now watch him find that hole, steps up, guns it in to Jordan Reed. Nice job by Jordan of giving him a big, clean target to throw to, playing a little basketball, positioning himself, and this ball is right on the numbers.
Nice box out by Jordan Reed on Matt Solomon, the linebacker.
A little basketball here. You know?
It's good to get a little basketball in every now and then.
Oh, yes.
First down at the 25. A little bit of a low snap. Brantley's throw. There's Reed again with another catch in traffic. Jordan Reed's third catch of the game.
And I tell you, when you've got a big target, 6'3", 240-pound guy like Jordan Reed, that he's going to go up and catch it in traffic. He's an ex-quarterback. He knows what it means to be quarterback friendly. Going through the middle, he knows he's going to get it, David, and he protects the football.
Ryan Steve put a hit on him, but Reed held on to the football. Converted quarterback, as you said, Nat, who's really making progress as a tight end. First down, Brantley. Caught. But the Gators denied the end zone. That's Omarius Hines on the catch. Or rather, Brantley's throw was caught by Leonard, the tight end. Another good catch by a tight end for the Florida Gators. Jordan Reed and A.C. Leonard getting it done. Leonard, an improving young player, too. You see Brantley come to the sideline, still suffering from a sore ankle. And Jacoby Brissett has checked in to take the ball under center at the 1-yard line. Brissett gives to the fullback, Joyer, bouncing off right side into the end zone.
Well, David, when you're 5'10", 242 pounds, and you run into a wedge up there, I mean, you don't have far to come back down because you don't get high off the ground. Look, as he starts to leap over, he only gets up a couple of inches, comes down and says, well, you know, it's a little easier if I just go out to the right side here. Nice job by the young freshman, Hunter Joyer.
Joyer's second touchdown run, and Will Muschamp has watched his Florida offense march the ball down the field. A 65-yard drive capped off by the touchdown run by the freshman Joyer. Well, hey, Gator fans, Gator legend Tim Tebow has a documentary out on DVD, and it's called Tim Tebow, Everything in Between. It's the complete story going from being UF's Heisman-winning quarterback to a Denver Bronco, including footage not seen on TV. Available for purchase just about anywhere you can buy DVDs, as well as on iTunes. Tim Tebow continues to confound the so-called experts, Nat.
Yeah, he just finds a way to win for you, and you know what? No matter what you say about him, the kid's a winner. He proved that when he was here. He proved it in high school, and now he's getting an opportunity. He's starting to prove it in the NFL.
Gator fans have watched him for 4 years. No doubt are not surprised with his success in the NFL. Florida kicking off now, trailing by 8. Furman jumped out to a 15-0 lead. Florida closed the gap to 15-7, but then the Powell struck back with another touchdown, made it 22-7. And Florida now, for the first time, forcing Furman to punt the ball, and they've gone 65 yards on 7 plays to cut the lead to 22-14. Chris Forcier, the senior quarterback from San Diego, California. Forcier family very talented athletically. All 3 sons trained by Marv Marinovich out on the West Coast. Hands off up the middle. And excellent yardage on first down for Gerodis Williams. Right up the middle of Florida's defense.
Well, the Gators are not very big along that defensive line. They're very agile and quick, but you know, when you look at Easley, he's only 282. Jay Howard is the biggest guy there. Sharif Floyd 295. Powell's only 248. So, you know, they're getting muscled around at this point in the ballgame.
That was a 21-yard gain for Williams. First down, Furman at the 42. Forcier, good protection. Pass is caught. And another good pickup. That's Tyler Maples, a transfer from the University of Tennessee, number 89.
Well, once again, you line up, even though you enter zone, you've got 3 on 2. You've got 3 offensive players to 2 defensive players on that side. Very difficult to cover everybody and to cover all the zones. So easy read for Forcier.
And so far the Gators have gotten very little pressure on Forcier. Second down and 4. Williams to the 50. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Furman Paladins. The tackle made by Michael Taylor. Number 51 is a redshirt freshman. There's Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, trying to dial up something special here on 3rd down. Florida defensively ranks 20th in the nation in scoring defense and 12th nationally in total yard defense, but they've been gashed by Furman so far in the first half today. And the Paladins will take a timeout with 9:11 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break with Furman leading 22-14. Big 3rd down play for Bruce Fowler's Paladins when we come back. Fans tune in to Breakfast with the Gators, presented by Regions Bank every Sunday morning on Sun Sports. Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC and the proud sponsor of the Florida Gators. Bruce Fowler on the left side of your screen. Will Muschamp, head coach of the Florida Gators, both first-year head coaches. Fowler's Furman team is 6-4. He was the defensive coordinator at Vanderbilt the last 9 years. And of course, Will Muschamp, most recently offensive coordinator at the University of Texas, before taking over the head coaching job of the Florida Gators. Furman is 3rd and 2 at midfield. And their left guard jumped. He didn't just jump, he sprinted.
And they look like they're getting ready to run that end around again with Cunningham. And
that penalty is 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
I must say, the offensive line is ready to come off the ball.
Yes, they are. Ryan Lee was eager. So that's going to make it 3rd down and about 7 now, back at the 45.
Ryan Lee, 6'4", 295-pound senior.
Most experienced lineman,
Georgia. Yes.
For the Furman team, making his 39th appearance for Furman today. 3rd down and 7. Forcier in a passing situation. He's got a receiver open and out of bounds, but it looks like he might be short of the 1st down. That's David Hendricks, his 2nd catch of the day. It'll depend upon the spot. They'll put it at the 48-yard line.
Good pass protection. This time Forcier has plenty of time to throw the football. Nice job by Riggs coming up, forcing him out of bounds, not allowing him to get the ball upfield. Sharif Floyd just a step late in getting there.
Furman is going to go for it on 4th down and inches.
Gators got to be alert for the quick snap, but you cannot jump off sides.
The give to Williams, fighting toward that 1st down marker and lunging to about the 45-yard line.
And David, that's just good, tough running by Williams that time. The Gators actually had him stacked up, and he just turned and just started backpedaling, driving, pressing the legs right there. Looked like you got him stopped as Elam comes around the side, but just great running tenacity gets the 1st down for the Furman Paladins.
Not really that much of a gamble for Furman, the way that they've been able to have their way on the line of scrimmage. He got about 2 yards. Rolling right is Forcier. Throwing on the run. He throws a dart. Boy, he has been on target. That's Maples with his 2nd catch of the game, and another Furman 1st and 10. Maples, the senior from Maryville, Tennessee.
Well, Maples is the 2nd leading receiver on this football team, and Forcier is completing over 65% of his passes coming into the ball game, and we see why. You know, very active, good footwork, able to get outside the pocket, set his shoulders, and he delivers the ball on time.
Yeah, great mechanics. And
yes.
He's 7 for 7 today. Has yet to throw an incompletion. It has come on a blitz. Forcier keeps scrambling and throwing on the run. Williams can't come up with it. And a big hit by Josh Evans. First incompletion by Forcier today.
Yeah, big hit by Josh Evans, but you can't blame Forcier. With pressure, he throws the football, does a nice job of giving his player a chance to make a play, and Williams is just not able to hold on to the football and gets punished for not catching it.
Josh Evans, an improving young defensive back for the Gators. 40 tackles on the year coming into today. Here's the handoff to on the fullback. Gets to the 28-yard line.
Outstanding play that time by Dominic Easley as he jumped around his block and was able to get in there and get Uha, on the ground.
Well, this Furman team, they've got Uha, the fullback, that can get tough yards inside. Williams, we've seen him be able to shake tackles. They've got a powerful running game and a quarterback that can really throw the football and force you.
Well, here's a big play for the defense. You want to force them to have to settle for a field goal try.
Protection again for Forcier. He can't find an open receiver, and down he goes. First sack of the game for the Gators. That's a cover sack. Nobody open downfield.
Coverage sack, David, but a great job by the D-line of continuing to work. You know, at first you can't get there, you get double teamed, but watch them continue to work. There you see Powell coming back inside. Just a good job by the defensive line, that front four. Linebacker stepping up in there, but not giving up. And then Jay Howard, along with William Green, comes up with the sack.
Furman will send out a punt team. Big sack to take the Paladins out of field goal range. And short punts it just a bit too long into the end zone, and Florida will bring it out to the 20-yard line. Paladins had hoped to back the Gators up, but a 34-yard punt, and Florida will have it at the 20. Still trailing the Paladins 22-14. We're back in Gainesville at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. David Steele and Nat Moore along with Brady Ackerman. Sun Sports Gator football on pay-per-view. Thanks for tuning in. A surprising first quarter here. First half, it's 22-14. The Furman Paladins in the lead. They led at the end of the first quarter 22-7. The Gators have a touchdown in the second period. Furman with 247 yards in total offense in the first half against a good Florida Gator defense. Brantley airing it out for DeBose. DeBose with the catch. Andre DeBose angling toward the end zone. Touchdown.
David, that was an outstanding catch that time by Andre DeBose as he fights Ryan Steed, coming back inside, makes the catch, and then goes the distance for the touchdown. This is the way the Gators started the season against FAU, with Andre DeBose coming back inside, playing the football. Great concentration by the young man. And right here, you want to see him just run through it. Don't start celebrating. Wait till you get in the end zone first, buddy.
That is a terrific play by DeBose, an 80-yard catch. And he did it against a future NFL defensive back. Ryan Steed is a guy who likely is going to get drafted. So an outstanding throw by Brantley and a terrific catch and run by Andre DeBose. Gators go for two. It's a direct snap to Rainey, and he did not make the end zone. So the two-point conversion fails. Florida still trails 22-20.
Well, you know, the Gators get the touchdown. They pull close. They decide to try and come up with the two. But here's another look. Now watch Andre DeBose fight his way back inside against the defender Steed, and then he's off to the races. And he's got to just keep running. Right here, he starts to slow down and celebrate. You never know what's coming from behind. You can get that ball batted out and get embarrassed while you're celebrating, David.
Now that is a terrific play against an outstanding defensive back. Steed with 14 career interceptions. Getting a lot of talk in terms of the NFL draft, and Brantley just threw a nice ball and an outstanding play by Andre DeBose to get the Gators 6 points. Let's check in with Brady.
David, thank you, David. And you know, this has been a season where you're trying to find some positives as you look to next year because Florida's 5-5. Well, I think Andre DeBose has really turned the corner as a wide receiver. He had a couple of 65-yard touchdowns earlier in the season against Alabama and LSU, and they kind of got away from throwing to him. He has shown that he can run the deep route and make big plays in this offense, and he will be back for Charlie Weiss and Will Muschamp next year in 2012.
A lot expected of DeBose coming out of Seminole High School in the metropolitan Orlando area. had the early injury and has recovered nicely. And big playmaker, as Brady mentioned, a couple of 65-yard touchdowns earlier against Alabama and LSU. Now an 80-yard touchdown catch. Cedric Cunningham chased down by Frankie Hammond, and it'll be Furman ball at the 29-yard line.
Nice play that time by Frankie Hammond, because this play looked like it had the potential to go to distance, and Frankie's able to play off a block and make the tackle.
Big play by the Gators gets them to within 2 points of the Paladins.
Defensively, they've gotten 2 successive stops. Let's see if they can get a third one and give the offense the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
Forcier will take the snap under center. Uha behind him. And here's that end around they ran successfully early in the game. Not so much this time, as King is stopped at the 30-yard line after a short gain.
A much better job by Powell. This time Ronald Powell gets outside, forces him back inside, so Omar Hunter is able to make the tackle. You know, early in the ball game they were getting outside containment. Now watch Ronald Powell. He gets outside, forces him back inside, and therefore King gets thrown for a very short gain.
Omar Hunter, number 99, with the tackle. Out of the I formation, Williams stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Florida gang tackling and seems to be finding their footing a little bit defensively here late in the second quarter.
And David, that time you saw the whole entire defensive line working down the line of scrimmage, but staying in their lanes, not getting split, and there was nowhere for Williams to cut it back.
Four and a half minutes to play in the first half. Furman Paladins with 3 touchdowns and a safety on a snap over the head of John Brantley. Right now, that 2 points is the difference in the football game. Elam jumped off sides but got back. Flag is down. The pass is incomplete. Elam went 4 or 5 yards.
But he didn't touch anybody. He didn't touch anybody, and supposedly nobody moved. So I'm just wondering if he was able to get back. I tell you what.
He tried.
It was close. It looked like to me he made it back, you know. Here's another look at it.
Whoop.
Nah, they got him. Oh. Good heads-up play by the center of snapping the football once he knew he had him offside by Spizak.
That's a senior center for Furman. Third down now for the Paladins after the 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 3. Whole different complexion on this third down play. Forcier going to try and keep, trying to stretch it to the outside. Cody Riggs says no.
Outstanding job that time by Cody Riggs of staying outside. So when Forcier bounced it, he was right there and wouldn't let him get outside of him. Good defense. Here's another look at it. This play looked like it's going to be outside. You know, now he's got everybody beat. But look at Riggs. He's out here. He stays out here. Pushes him out of bounds. Doesn't do anything crazy. Getting up around the face. Just pushes him out of bounds.
And a nice job by Darren Kitchens also. Ronald Powell on that play. The kick is blocked. The block punt is going to give the Gators the football at the 35-yard line in Furman territory.
I'm not sure who got it, but looked like it was somebody along the line of scrimmage or one of the interior linemen. Let's take a look. Watch number 2. Dominic Easley comes through, gets that big paw, that right hand up, swats it away. Good special teams play. You know, offensively, you need a short field. Special team comes up with the big play.
So the big guy gets the block punt. Florida now in Furman territory with 3:40 to play in the first half. And the give to Depps running to the short side of the field. Out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Run out of bounds by Gary Wilkins, number 35, a freshman.
David, I don't know about you, but I'm impressed with the speed of this Furman football team defensively. I mean, when you get Chris Rainey and Jeff Dimps and these guys are able to get outside, force them outside for short gains, usually if they turn the corner, you're talking about two guys that are gone to the house.
Brantley throwing it deep for Dunbar. He's got it. Touchdown.
What a throw by John Brantley that time, David.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he put this thing in the breadbasket. He just dropped it in the bucket that time. Nice arc, back of the end zone. And once again, Ryan Steed gets beat for the touchdown as Dunbar gets a step on him.
Brantley picking on the best DB perhaps in all of FCS football. Ryan Steed. 29 yards on that pass from Brantley to Dunbar. Lead for the first time today. Touchdown catch. The redshirt freshman out of Miami's Booker T. Washington High School. But this one is Brantley. You're right. He put it right where it needed to be and hit Dunbar in full stride.
And a nice job by Dunbar concentrating and helping John Brantley get his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. Just a beautiful throw and catch. Remember, in college, you only got to get 1 foot in. That time, Dunbar's working to try and get both of them in to show the official that he had possession for the touchdown.
Dunbar's ninth catch of the year. Had a 40-yard reception earlier this year against UAB, but this one goes for 6 points. And it's been a tough first half for a talented cornerback, Ryan Steed. Victimized by Andre DeBose and now Quentin Dunbar and Florida senior quarterback John Brantley. Will Muschamp's team spotting the Furman Paladins, a 15-point spread early, trailed 15-0, and again 22-7. But in the second quarter, the Gators on a 65-yard drive, capped off by Joyer's 1-yard run, and then the 80-yard pass to DeBose, and now a 29-yard pass to Dunbar. So 3 unanswered scores by the Gators in this quarter. Cedric Cunningham brings it out for Furman. Tough man to bring down. Now they finally blow the whistle. And with 2:59 to go in the second quarter, it's Furman football now. For the first time, they're playing from behind.
And I like the way you said that, David. They finally blow the whistle. I mean, it's like a strum.
Rugby.
Holy mackerel. So
13-yard return by Cunningham.
Let's see if this defense has found their gait. 3 successive stops. Plenty of time on the clock that if they can get a 3 and out, you give John Brantley, while he's hot, another shot at putting some more points on the board before the halftime. Gators are doing a much better job of matching up, not getting out man.
It took Florida 28 minutes to get the lead. Let's see if they can hold on to it now for the final 3 minutes of the second quarter. Forcier's pass is incomplete, thrown high, and another big hit. That's Jelani Jenkins, a linebacker.
They tried to run a little pick where they were trying to pick. He does a nice job of fighting through the tight end Anderson there and delivers a shot to the running back, even though he didn't catch the football.
Yeah, McLeod, a young man out of Tampa, left exposed by that high toss by Forcier. His second consecutive incompletion, Forcier, after he completed his first 7 passes today. Williams looking for, or rather McLeod looking for an opening, and there is nothing there.
Now you're starting to see the Gators take control of the line of scrimmage, David. Early in the ball game, I was talking about how they were losing that battle at the line of scrimmage. That front 4 of the Gators now have started to take control, and they're starting to feel the energy of the game.
I think that's a key word, Nat. There wasn't not a lot of energy in this building, and along that Florida sideline for a long time in the first half. With the crowd picking up. And the defense responding for Florida. 3rd down and 10. Forcier. Shovel pass. Powell was there, and the pass is incomplete.
And David, I'm really starting to see this Gator defense with good recognition. That time, you know, they split everybody out. They sent 3 to the left side. Nice job by Ronald Powell of staying at home, realizing there was only one guy that they could throw the ball to, and he stayed with him, was able to stop the screen pass.
Short on the punt for the 3rd time. Gators have shut out the Powellans in the 2nd quarter. They blocked the last one. This one they cannot get to. Short tried to draw a flag, but there is none. And the fair catch is made by Saunders at the 28-yard line. Nice job by Short to try and get that flag. Dempps may have grazed him on the way by, but no flag. 43-yard punt by Short.
Let's say he does not have his actor's guild card. All right.
No doubt. Had a little work to do there.
Yeah.
Well, this guy doesn't have a lot of work to do to throw the ball any better than he's thrown it in the first half. How about John Brantley? 10 of 14. 3 touchdowns and 215 yards in the first half.
Gators got 2 minutes to go on the clock, and in their 2-minute offense, plenty of time to put some more points on the board.
Brantley, Rainey on the draw. Bursting up the middle. Rainey looking for a block from Dunbar. Nice job by Rainey. He tried to give Dunbar an opportunity. And a big gain for the Gators on first down. Worthy, the safety, made the tackle, but a 39-yard run by Rainey.
Well, when you've got Chris Rainey's speed, you get a good block, good seal inside, you got a crease. Now, this is what he does. He makes people miss. Here you want to see him just take off and go. Because you got to understand that the defense is coming from behind to help out.
Brantley throwing over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Hammond. And it'll be 2nd down. That stops the clock with 1:32 remaining in the first half.
You like to see John take a little bit off of that one, just a tad out front. Frankie not able to come down with the catch, but good route, a little drag route inside, a little slant. Got a chance to catch the ball, split the defense. There's a good look at Charlie Weiss that has gotten these guys throwing and catching the ball pretty daggone good here today, David.
Brantley with 215 yards. 2nd down. Here comes pressure from the outside. That pass is caught at the 30-yard line. A pass that had to travel a long distance. Deontay Thompson makes the grab. Nice. It might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if it was deflected, but a nice job by Deontay coming back, catching the football, making sure the catch, not trying to do more than you need to. Catch the football.
Florida needs 6 yards to pick up a first down. Brantley throwing. And the pass is caught by Leonard. The tight end, A.C. Leonard, the freshman, really coming on. That's a big catch. And another well-thrown ball by John Brantley in tight spaces.
And an outstanding job by Leonard of keeping his concentration as he's got a defender flying in front of the football there, and he's able to hang on, catch the football, gets the first down. David, we're getting in that territory where the Gators normally have a difficult time. That's inside the red zone. You know, you're down at the 23-yard line. You want to see a touchdown, not field goals. You've settled for field goals all year long, and those are the things that get you beat when you got an offense. You got to get touchdowns. So let's see if the Gators can't push this thing in.
Well, that Florida team so close to being an 8-2 football team, coming in at 5-5 without John Brantley after the Alabama injury. Go to Auburn, you're trailing just 7-6 in the 4th quarter. You just can't generate a good deal of offense at Auburn. And against Georgia a week later, 2 weeks later actually, after the open date, leading by a field goal in the 4th quarter, cannot hold on, and you lose that game by 4, 24-20. The Gators trail by only 2 in the 4th quarter, and again, offense inconsistency leads to a 5-point loss against South Carolina. The injury to Brantley late in the 2nd quarter against Alabama turned this season upside down for the Gators offensively. Brantley playing with a sore ankle, seems to have pretty good mobility today. Steps up, throws, and overthrows Leonard, and he takes a shot at the goal line from Nathan Wade.
Well, that time he really stretched his tight end out that time. He's a little slow in getting up. You know, he takes a shot to the midsection. You almost would like to see John pull that down and take off with it. You know, anytime you get a receiver up in the air, you know, the ribs are exposed, and that time Nathan Wade came in and lowered the boom on Leonard.
Leonard very slow to get up. May have just had the breath knocked out of him.
True freshman out of Jacksonville, Florida, that David, as you stated earlier in the ball game, is really starting to come on and make a lot of plays. We saw him keep the drive alive with the big third down catch.
2 catches last week up in Columbia against the Gamecocks. He got hit right in the midsection and apparently just had the breath knocked out of him. So Leonard able to run off the field. Omarius Hines has checked in. Brantley took the opportunity to chat with Charlie Weiss on the sideline. And now the Gators are 2nd down and 10 at the Furman 23. They have come from 15 points down in the first half. Brantley throwing for the end zone. Incomplete. Wanted Dunbar again. Gators have 46 seconds still. They've thrown it into the end zone on consecutive plays.
Yeah, I think you're a little worried about getting inside the 20-yard line, so you're continually going for the home run. You know, here you got to think about converting. You'd like to take all the time off the clock and score some points, preferably a touchdown, but here you got to be thinking about 10 yards, not just a touchdown, but you just get 10 yards, maintaining possession.
And the Gators still have 2 timeouts left. Brantley's throw, Leonard dropped. It looked like he had it, but broken up by Wade.
That was once again into a crowd where you've got 3 defenders. It was a good throw, but you stretch your tight end out again, and as he's catching the football, looked like he has it. He gets it knocked out. Nice job by Wade coming in, putting his hat on the football, and just knocks the ball out. But a nice throw. Leonard just not able to hold on. You know, 2nd time in a row going down the middle and stretched out.
Leonard says, "You're going to do that to me again?" Sturgis 40-yard attempt, and he missed this one. He missed from 50 earlier this year, and after missing only 3 field goal attempts all season long, has missed twice today.
Well, and I think both of those kicks, David, have come from the right hash where, you know, he's a right-footed kicker. So the ball is hooking just ordinarily, and just at the goalpost seemed like, you know, he's just hooking left.
Florida fans hoping that Sturgis gets those out of his system this week before Florida State comes to the Swamp next Saturday.
Well, not just this week, but also today. I mean,
yeah,
you know, this
true.
is a very competitive football game compared to what everybody thought it would be.
Furman jumped on Florida early, and it looks like the Paladins will take no chances and run out the clock to finish out the first half. Furman had a great game plan. They came out with terrific energy, caught Florida flat-footed in the early going, and Bruce Fowler's team was very well prepared to come into the Swamp and give the Gators all they can handle for the first 2 quarters of football at least. We still have 30 minutes of football to play, and Florida with a 5-point lead against Furman out of the Southern Conference. John Brantley and the passing game finding a rhythm in the second quarter, had a chance on a couple of throws into the end zone at the end of the second quarter to put another touchdown on the board, but Florida settles for a 5-point halftime lead.
They haven't lined up in a double slot option all year, so we had to make some adjustments. Obviously, they hit us on the 4th and short on the big play. We had poor eye control, and they hit us on the trick play on the bubble pass, but they haven't lined up in double slot option all year.
your passing game really got going with Johnny.
We're moving the ball well. We've missed 2 field goals. We're moving the ball extremely well. We only punted 1 time in the first half, but we just got to settle down on defense and adjust to what they're doing. Obviously, this is not something they've shown.
Thank you, Coach. Back up to you guys.
All right, Will Muschamp says Florida caught off guard by some of the things that Bruce Fowler and the Furman offense did in the first half. But a nice rally by the Gators after spotting the Paladins 15 points in the opening quarter. The Gators respond and lead the Paladins by 5 at the half.